can hear me. So what it was is I used to have, because when you said gone are the days of the overlap, I was about to say, yeah, it's because I had to do push to talk. I didn't turn that off.
Oh. You were on push to talk the whole time?
Yep, so Discord was it's set for voice activated, but I forgot to take push to talk off OBS. So that's my bad.
We're all rusty. Just blame it on not playing for a couple of months, for 2 months.
Yeah.
It's always nice when the solution is just the simplest thing you didn't think of.
Yep. Okay, so I guess yeah. So you guys are gonna go across the bridge. Key is going to use barrier. Hopefully nobody will fall.
That's the plan.
Okay. 3 successes, 1 advantage. All right. So are you doing the standard crystal? Okay.
Yep. That's how my magic manifests, is in crystal and bright, warm, glowy light.
Okay. So yeah, you see the. Are you putting it in front of you, down below, to kind of like
down below?
Sit under the. Okay.
Yep, under the bridge.
So as you guys start kind of walking along, you can see sticking kind of out the sides a little bit. You can also see through the boards, which have seen better days, because there's areas where you can see where there had been a pillar, where there likely was a stone bridge that went across. But somebody had, at some point, had apparently rigged up a very long rope bridge. As you go across, you can see down below, you can see the barrier sitting there. It's large enough to basically cover where you guys, basically all of you, should it snap. With each step, it slowly starts to sway the further out you get. And you can start to feel a bounce. A couple times Jorlak starts, you can almost hear his nails kind of dig into the wood, and he stops. Starts to kind of move again. Every step from him, you feel it bounce a little more. He does not seem happy coming across this. But it takes you guys, slow going, about 10 minutes or so to cross through. And yeah, you turn and look back, and it pretty much just looks like you just walked out of darkness. Reach the other side, you can see stone. Step up, you're back on solid ground. And in front of you, you see an entrance that leads further into the mountain.
That's all. There's just one direction to go.
From right here, yes.
Well, there'll probably be another way out when we come back. Probably.
Probably.
But yeah, I guess we roll out.
Okay. So you guys kind of follow the tunnel system for a good 20 minutes. Then it comes to a point that branches out. You can go to the east or you can go to the west.
I vote east.
Wait, I'm trying to think, because west, well, we came in from the east, right?
I think we've been coming up from the south.
Yeah, initially you
Have
came in from
we?
the east side of the, like the southeast side of the mountain. So you go to the east.
Think of
Bless
it
you.
this way: we'll work our
Thank
way
you.
around. Leave no corner unexplored. As long as we turn in the same direction each time, we shan't get lost.
I feel like I've heard that before.
It's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing bad happened when we took the right passageway last time we were in a cave.
Yeah, I'm not going to be choosy which way we go, but I'm going to mark which way we go with chalk or, draw a rock.
That's also a good
Scratch on the
plan.
rocks, yeah.
Okay. So as you begin to head to the east, the only sound you can really hear is just the sound of your footsteps, Jorlak's claws. You begin to notice that the ground gets softer. Like you went from hard stone into something a little bit harder and seems to try to tangle up your feet.
Well, I would have my staff light on, so can we see what it is?
Looking around, you can see it. At first, it's just almost like little threads of silver. But as you get further in, it starts to get a little bit harder to walk. You're noticing webbing.
Come on.
And the webbing itself is trying to wrap itself around us, like not something.
Or is it just too thick? That's
It's
why we're
starting
having
to get
trouble.
very thick. As you look around, you can see some things that have been wrapped up and stuck to the walls, floor, a couple dangling from the ceiling.
Ula kind of looks around and she glances back at everybody and she's like, I don't know about you, but I really don't want to meet what made these.
How dangerous do we think it would be to just light this web on fire and let it burn for a little bit?
I'm sure there's plenty of oxygen for us to breathe while this all
Yeah,
burns.
that is the
Yeah.
concern, isn't it?
Do we
Deep
know?
underground in a small tunnel.
Are we even going the right way?
We have no idea.
Well, assuming my predictions were correct, we don't know.
Yeah,
Whether they're right or not wrong, we still don't know.
go to the west.
Look, I almost suggested that, but look, there will be dangerous things no matter which way we go. Do we think we can take precautions against getting just stuck into a spider trap?
Ula looks at Danil and she's like, I'm not afraid of the spiders.
I
I'm
never
afraid of
said you
these
were.
webs.
No, agreed. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. And I'm going to be honest, I'm a little worried about spiders after how our adventure began. It was an unsettling
Yeah.
start to things. But, I don't know, it's going to take too long probably for us to hack our way through. Maybe we can lightning bolt the web, let it carry down. I don't know.
Ula's just gonna take her axe and just kind of like see how easily it'll slice through some.
Through some of the strands, it's going to be super easy. The thicker strands don't seem to cut.
All right, then.
So as you stand, look around. Give me a perception.
Nope.
You don't have to, that's fine.
When it comes to spiders, ignorance is bliss.
I mean, I'll make it.
What's the difficulty?
This will be average.
Ignorance is bliss.
Same.
Thank God we've got someone.
Julian, Ula.
Alright, Didal does not see it. Kayla does not see it. Alright. So Jewel, are you standing more towards the back? Okay.
Yeah, typically.
So as you're standing farther back, you hear something kind of coming from behind. Kind of catches your attention because it sounds very familiar, as you can hear coming up from behind. Ula, after you were trying to cut one of the thicker strands, kind of stand up and you notice that the webbing around you starts to vibrate. As you turn around, all you see is a face stick out with a lot of eyes, two giant pictures or mandibles in its mouth, and you are face to face with a giant cave spider. Everybody roll initiative.
Well, shit.
So that'd be.
Let's see. Initiative
That
roll.
wouldn't
We gotta
be.
enable the. Oh, we already did. Never mind.
I just did.
Is it cool or vigilance?
Yeah, I was gonna.
So for Jewel and Ula, it'll be cool. Everybody else will be vigilance.
Okie dokie.
I need this one.
Apparently, Zelani was like sleeping.
My result was not
Or-
much better.
Poor Zelani.
Oh, that's a lot of NPCs.
Yeah.
Do not like.
All right, PC slot.
Does anybody mind?
Be my guest.
I do.
All right. Okay. So, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take my axe to that ugly ass head looking at me.
How close is that giant spider to Ula?
Yeah, it's right in front of her.
All right, then we should be next to one another, and you can get the 2 boosts from back to back.
Oh, thank God. This is gonna be awesome. I just gotta make sure I use everything that I want to. All right. So, for my maneuver, I am going to take defense. Which I think I only have one rank in. So that's 1 strain. For my attack, I'm going to attack with my axe. And I have Quick Strike and Duelist and back to back. And what is my difficulty? Is it easy because he's right there?
No, melee attack is
Oh yeah,
average.
average. Is it just 2 purple or is he upgraded?
Ooh, upgrade. Sorry, I had to look at it.
Why, thanks for asking. Please upgrade.
If you insist.
So I would like to activate critical.
Okay.
I think we just ran out of dice. I think Ula just used them all in one toss.
The classic everybody pile your dice over in front of Amy moment.
Yep. All right. So let me see here. That is 14 damage.
Okay.
And
Do you have Pierce?
yes.
It's Pierce 2, right?
Yeah, I've gotta. It's been a while. All right. Pierce 3 and Vicious 1.
All right.
Shall I roll my crit?
Yeah, good. Forgot to add 10 for your vicious.
Well, do you have 20? Do you know what that is off the top of your head? Or do you want me to just roll it again?
Oh, hold on. Distracted. Cannot perform a free maneuver during his next turn.
Is he still alive?
It is still alive.
Excellent. As an incidental, I would like to headbutt it. I suffer two wounds, and select one engaged non-vehicle target with a silhouette of up to 1 higher than my character. The target is knocked prone and is disoriented until the end of the next round.
If you hit it.
No, I hit it. It's
Okay.
I suffer two wounds to basically auto hit.
Gotcha.
So basically, after I just chopped into his face, I rammed my head into him.
If it's a mother spider and there's baby spiders on its back, does it become a vehicle and then you can't do this?
Technically.
Don't be giving him ideas.
Well, Lula doesn't become a vehicle if Danielle climbs on her shoulders.
That's true.
Maybe we could bend the rules that way, though. Like Joe couldn't do certain attacks then if Ula's a vehicle.
All right, so yeah, you guys watch as Ula just winds up, slams the her
Flips
great
a
axe
spider on
right
its
into
back with her
face.
head.
It screeches out. As soon as she pulls the axe out, she headbutts the thing. So you kind of stagger back and then just collapse to the ground. Still alive. It's trying to kind of get its bearings and try to get back up. All right.
Now I'm covered in spider goo, but you know what? That was cathartic.
All right. PC slot.
I feel like Jules should go since she's the only one who rolled and was aware. But to see, so she heard noises behind her. If she turns and looks, does she see anything back there?
Yes. So coming up behind, you can see a large spider. Not as big as the one in front of Ula, but one that's almost the size of Jorlak, crawling along the side of the tunnel.
Okay, Jules gonna give a shout of warning then to her compatriots. I'm not sure if she was dead last in line or whatever, but just make sure everybody knows. And then she's gonna do something with a spell. I can't remember anymore. Okay, yeah, her signature spell is what's gonna add deadly to it at no extra cost.
Okay.
Range close or far or medium?
It'd be short.
And she's gonna use some blood magic. She's kind of gotten away from that for some reason, but I'm gonna do it now.
All right.
Oh, that was the wrong symbol. I did 2 triumphs. It should be 2 more successes in there.
I was wondering.
I was like, well, that's a really good roll. And I'm like, oh wait, I cheated.
All right. So 5 successes, 5 advantage. So it's gonna. I can't remember what does deadly add. I know you can crit off it.
Yeah, it gains a critical rating of 2. And the vicious equality equal to my ranks and knowledge. So it has a vicious 4.
Damn.
So that's actually 15 damage for me too, because it's 7 successes, 4 and 4.
All right. And this was the one that was coming up behind.
And you can mega crit.
Is it still alive that I should roll for crit?
Let me see. All right. It was vicious 4, correct?
Yeah,
15 damage or 14.
15.
What does it look like? Your
It's like that gray green ray that shoots out, matches her eye color. Maybe a little zigzaggy, not quite like lightning, but something like that.
all right. So as you see, I mean, magic launches from your hand, wraps around, and you just hear this spider shriek out as you just see it dissolving and just falls off the side of the cliff and just curls up into just a shriveled little husk and doesn't move.
Nice. Do I still see any others behind me that I can warn my neighbors about? Is that all that I got from? I guess I already kind of shouted at them once, I suppose.
You don't see another one. At least not one at the moment, coming up from behind.
Don't see another one.
Doesn't mean it's not there. Alright, do you want to move or stay in put?
I'm gonna stay put. But did we gain our what do you call it back from our last battle? Our strain? Because that was
Oh yeah, we forgot to do the roll from that. Yeah, we'll just say you got the strain. Yeah, we got the strain back.
yeah. I'm gonna stay in the back. I'm gonna stay facing backwards too, if that makes sense. Like the way that the spider was.
Right.
Stay alert.
Okay. Alright, well then, next slot goes to an NPC. Alright, well, this one is going to go to the big old spider that decided to headbutt. So it's going to, since it can't do a free.
It's knocked prone and is disoriented as well.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What was the disorient rating? Or is it just one?
It just says disoriented, so I'm assuming 1.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so it's going to. It's going to basically lunge out and try to bite Ula.
Okay, I did take defensive stance. So upgrade the difficulty of all melee combat checks targeting me by 1.
Yep. so I managed to catch you. Alright, so it's got Pierce 3. It's going to be 9 damage before Soak. That's basically one of the fangs managed to catch you right in the leg.
9 before soak.
Yes,
And then Pierce 3.
Pierce 3. So you ignore 3 Soak.
Jesus.
Okay.
Alright. I also now need you to make a hard resilience check.
Oh, also,
Uh-oh.
I almost forgot reaction. I can use bulwark and parry to reduce that further by 4 more points of damage. I take some strain to parry on behalf of Ula because I'm standing next to her.
Okay.
So I get 4 back.
Yes, I probably should have announced that sooner. I apologize. I was just being slow.
We're all really rusty right now.
Okay. So it was a hard resilience check.
Yes. Alright, so basically when the fang had punctured into your leg, you felt this burning sensation, and you could feel your muscles start to lock up, but you're able to kind of push through it.
Oh, jeez.
Alright.
Look, it's fine. We got this. Mind if I go and just try to stab this spider a little more?
It's still an NPC.
Still NPC turn.
Oh, I heard PC. I'm so sorry.
sorry.
I'm playing poorly today.
But it is all you once we get to that slot, Tom.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
This one is going to... I'm gonna try to... You guys see some webbing come flying at both Ula and Danelle from behind the large spider. It almost seems to be
Fucking
coming
rude.
down.
Damn ceiling spiders.
Right?
Does Ula have defense? I can't remember. Something
Uh, 1.
for ranged.
Both.
Okay.
I should also have one.
You know, I'm gonna flip a pip
No, please.
to upgrade that.
No, please.
You don't need to do that.
Wait, didn't you flip that the wrong way?
Oh, yeah, I did. Good call.
Nice try.
Trying to take our points.
We see you, Joe.
Alright. Alright, so you guys are hit with webbing. You both only take, it's only 1 damage. As you can feel, it almost seems to burn as it hits. It doesn't entangle you, but your next turn, each of you will get a setback for an action. But you're not. It's not wrapped around you. It's just you're kind of stuck right now, as you're basically both covered in webbing.
Just a bit tangled.
Yeah. All right, PC.
Now it's all you, Tom.
All right. Daniel's gonna bring back the sword and see if he can't make that wound in its head a little bit bigger. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm supposed to do, but I think this will just be back to back, and then the setback.
But does he get a bonus for it being prone?
Yeah, that'll upgrade.
Oh, so if I'm all yellow already, I add a green?
Yes.
Okay.
I just think so.
And it was one red as well, right?
Yep. One red, one purple.
What the fuck kind of roll is that? I'm gonna give a boost to Jewel specifically with my advantage.
Okay.
As Daniel just ineffectually tries to nab at it as the web just slides him away. Oh, come on! And I think that's probably my turn. Well, no. I'm going to use one of my abilities. Hold on. I'm going to spend a story point to activate my... Where is it? Conduit. Once per encounter, I may spend a story point to perform a magic action as a maneuver. I'm going to cast an augment. With no instrument, though, to affect it. So I'll add 2 difficulty to... Or add 1 difficulty to add additional targets.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm going to augment Zelani and Key. So you'll get an extra green die to rolls on your next turn. I guess I could theoretically use the Triumph to add more people, but I'm not sure. I know that Triumphs sometimes are equivalent to about 3. Would I be able to add like the rest of a party on a Triumph, or?
Sure.
Okay. All right. You all get a green die. Everybody.
Yay! You get a green die. You get a green die. Everyone gets a green die.
That'll be my turn.
All right. PC.
You can go first. I'm deciding whether or not I want to heal or if I want to try to augment people to be resistant to poison. Or if I want to attack.
Am I caught in the web?
No. No, the webbing just hit Ula and Danelle.
Okay, the one that was headbutted, is that still around?
Yeah, it's still on the ground.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for it and attack it, hopefully in the eyes with my fist.
Pop up a punching.
Fuck him up.
And 1 extra green, you said?
Yep.
Yes.
So I just do brawl and then 1 extra green.
And then 1 red, 1 purple for the difficulty, right?
Yes. And then let's see. Take a quick peek here. So, because it's going to be easier for it to hit since it's prone. Actually, hold on, let me check something. Fuck it. We'll roll this right now. I'll double check it later. That green that you gave her turns up to a red, or turns up to a yellow, since she's attacking a prone target.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 5 yellows, a red, and a purple. Anything else?
Nope.
Hot damn.
The prophesied triumph despair. My
Ugh.
favorite role.
Oof. Been there, done that.
All right.
You break your weapon, but it was my hand. Did I stutter?
All right. So let's see. What's your total damage?
Okay. It's been a while. I've kind of forgotten how to figure it out. Is it the agility?
Yeah. Yeah, because you have the talent to use the agility for both your attacks and damage. So let's go 4 plus your 4 successes. So it'll be 8.
Yes, that's correct.
Uh, 9. Since you have feral strength. Alright, so 9 damage. Alright, what do you want to do with your triumph? You can use it to crit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a crit.
Alright. You also have lethal blows. Oh, plus you also have deadly accuracy. Choose 1 combat skill, add damage equal to ranks in that skill.
So is that agility plus brawl plus successes, Ben?
Yes. Okay. Alright, and then... where was that? Yeah, looks like you have lethal blows once. So add plus 10 to your crit roll. Couldn't hear you, Jewel. I can't hear you still.
Yeah, you're muted for me as well, John.
All right, so do the crit roll again, but put a space between the crit and +10.
Did you say put a space?
Yeah.
La 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 la. I like ice cream.
You're back.
I like ice cream too.
All right.
Yep.
Crippled. Target's limbs selected by the GM is crippled until a healer replaced, increasing the difficulty of all checks that require use of that limb by 1. Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys see Zeleny just go up and just start pounding into this thing. At one point, she kind of brings an arm up and around, catches one of the mandibles, and just snaps it right off. Unfortunately for her,
Dun dun.
when she does that, she kind of throws it. Her feet get twisted up in the webbing, and you see her kind of fall over and get stuck.
Not too graceful, am I?
It was deliberate. It was deliberate. Alright, PC.
Okay, would it be incidental or my non-action move to like use my knowledge to figure out what's the best way to freeze Lainey from these spider webs? Or would that take up my entire action?
To actually free her up would take the action.
So I feel like at this point it's a good idea to free her.
Makes sense.
What about Danil?
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to figure out. Amy, we'll have to deal with your poison later.
I'm not
Use your shield
poisoned.
attack.
Oh, well, we'll have to deal with your health issues later.
I'll be fine. It's fine.
Alright, if you want to try to get her free, you can do a hard athletics check to help kind of.
Well, if I did a knowledge, or it's just okay, athletics.
Yeah.
And
That'll
I get an extra.
That'll help. Basically, you'll spend your maneuver to get up to her, and then that would be your action, basically breaking through the.
I would think that I'd be using my magic somehow to get her free.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to work better, though. That's why I wanted to see if I could do a knowledge check to see, like, if I read something somewhere, because, I've spent so much time in library to see what would be better using, because I don't have all I have is my staff, right? I don't have anything to actually cut through.
Right.
So I'd, like, either be pulling her out,
Yeah.
or I'd be using my staff. So pulling her would be okay?
Yeah, it'd be.
It'd still
just
be
a
hard?
Yeah, the hard athletics.
Well, thank you for the extra dice, Danil.
That's what I'm here for.
It's what I do.
With all of my 2 brawn,
All your key strength.
I was able to pull her free.
Yeah, I mean.
Glad my dice did nothing to that. Completely blank.
Nope.
Yeah, you got a hold of her, kind of pulling. You're able to get her free, but yeah, it's so quick that you end up, slamming against the side of the passenger and you ring your bell a little bit.
Yeah, I took 2 strain.
All right,
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
now for big Mama Jamma. You see the big spider kind of get up shakily. I mean, it is not in good condition at all.
Wait, is this the one that I headbutted?
Yes.
Does it
Knocked
get 2
prone
turns?
and disoriented until the end of the next round.
Okay. That's fine.
So she does not get up.
Yeah, it's an interesting rule with a creature that gets 2 turns in a round.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying Amy's wrong, but it's also like a weird, unexpected thing, I feel like.
I'm so sorry. I'm getting eyes. He needs to go outside. I'll be right back.
All right.
Mine has been barking at me for water, so I get it.
That's fine. Because as a maneuver, you guys hear the sound of tearing coming from its back. And as you look, you see smaller but more spiders come crawling out of eggs that had hatched out of it.
No.
Oh, who got the
I don't
fire?
care about the oxygen anymore. Light this place up.
And then it's going to take another bite at Ula.
Since this is technically still the same round, I should still have defensive stance.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I've probably already burned my reaction, so I can't parry again for you.
That's all right.
Well, I've taken a turn since then, right? So would I get my reaction back because of that? Darn.
So I have a passive heightened awareness where for perception and vigilance checks, engaged allies get 2 boost. Would that help anybody out? Or does that have to be on my turn?
The heightened awareness, that's for perception vigilance. So basically when I called for the perception check, everybody would have gotten 2 extra boosts.
I'm worried. Didn't get me.
The ever classic Triumph miss.
Yeah, you gotta love those.
I see a triumph.
Yeah, but no hit. Top of the round, PC slot. So basically, you see it lunge for Ula again. She's able to kind of sidestep it. And it just begins to thrash around.
Well, I can't light it up. So, what?
You want to go, or do you want somebody else to go? What do you think?
I mean, if somebody else wants to go, that's fine.
Jules still watching the back way, so she's not really paying attention to what's going on the other way. So she can go later.
I mean,
All right.
I can go first if no one else wants to. Unless you do want to now.
No, I mean, you can go. That's fine.
Either way. The little spiders, do they count as separate enemies right now, or?
Yes.
Okay. Like as a singular swarm, or is like each one count as an NPC
It's a
for a
swarm.
separate moment? Okay.
Well, technically, it's a group, but yeah.
Okay, but yeah. I gotcha. Okay. I think I will swing at the mom again. Do I still have a setback?
Yes.
Hey, that'll hit. That'll do 5 points of damage. No special abilities to add on to this one. Just poke right in an eye.
Right, so yeah, you kind of lunge forward. You see it kind of take out one of the eyes, and it doesn't seem to phase it.
Had a feeling. I guess that'll end my turn.
Alright, PC.
All right. I'll go. Wait a minute. I just have to clarify something. Am I considered engaged with 3 or more opponents?
No, right now you're engaged with one opponent.
Excellent. I am going to heave my axe up and bring it down on the spider's head again. And I get a green because I didn't use my augment yet.
Very true.
Alright, for you it's going to be 2 red.
Okie dokie.
Because it's thrashing around, it's upgrading your next attack.
That's fine. Oof. Well, It's almost the exact same roll as I had last time, except we added a despair.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, 9, 14 damage. And is it still thrashing around after all that?
How much damage?
14.
Well, I mean, you bring the axe down. How do you want to finish it off?
I would love to basically chop its head in half and yeah, just kind of like run the axe through so that it's dead and gory and gross and dead. Extra better be dead.
Alright. So, those that are watching into the cave, Jewel will end up hearing it. You see Ula just once again bring her great axe up, bring it down. But when it hits, you hear a familiar crack in the shaft of the axe.
God damn it. Not
But you
again.
see the head, or the axe, the head of the axe impact. See the heft kind of bend. Then you just hear as you see the head split. The body kind of thrashes around, bumps against the walls, and then just collapses. The legs curl in. It doesn't move for a moment, and then you see it kind of start moving, and then the other little ones coming up and over it. Suppose I could have left one there.
I would like to use my advantage. Let's see here. How many advantage does it take to give a specific? It's 2, right?
Yep, 1 to give to anybody, 2 to give to a specific person.
Well, I've got enough to give everybody left extra advantage, or I mean boost die. So you all get an extra one. And then can I use that last advantage to just for the next PC? So the next person will get 2.
Sure.
And then everybody, and then the other 2 will just get their 1 from me. Also, Ula looks very sad at her axe. She is very sad.
Alright. So, NPC. see the one coming up from the top of the tunnel. You're guessing it's the one that shot the web. As it's running along the top, you see it jump and twist and head for Danelle.
Let it try.
Danelle has melee defense.
Yep, 2 melee defense.
Joe has our frustration from previous
You hate to
weeks.
see it happen.
So, it launches out, spins, lands on Danelle. With the triumph, it's going to knock you prone. And its mandibles are like smashing right by your face as you're trying to get it off of you. PC.
So did Jewel not see that? Okay, I can go.
Joel, turn around.
God damn it, Jewel.
Some magic would not be amiss around now.
So
Guarding your back.
if I attacked with blast, would that potentially knock the thing off of Danelle?
So blast will do blast damage to everybody that's in that area.
Okay, so it wouldn't be
We'll all be
concentrated.
slain.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
I mean, you can do it by all means.
Well, I don't want to hurt Danelle. He's right under the thing.
He's tough.
I mean, if you roll a triumph, you could probably like maneuver it away.
That's a very big if.
Come
I'm using them all
on,
up
with
right
the
now.
dice tonight, triumph's easy.
What's your soak?
My soak?
I'll just try to reach out and grab him if he goes flying as well.
Look, I have an ability that might finally become useful for once. I can stand up from prone as an incidental action because I've got kick up. So I can finally make use of the skill, assuming the spiders aren't just deleted by the time my next turn rolls around.
If I add another difficulty dice, can I concentrate it on just the spider? Since it's such a big thing?
If you upgrade the difficulty by 1, or increase the difficulty by 1, that'll allow you to ignore 1 ally.
So it's just who's all in the direct vicinity?
So
Me and Danelle.
Yep.
And Zelani's here too.
Okay, shit. I'm not going to do that to you guys.
I can take it. I'm not worried about it.
Do you have the manipulative where you can like push an enemy a distance away?
Well, okay, so there's also the impact where I could knock down the spider.
That would work.
That would work.
So I will do that instead.
Provided you hit.
And if provided I hit, and if I do, the attack gains disorient equal to my ranks in knowledge. So we're gonna do that.
Alright.
And I get a green die from Ula, correct?
No, you get 2 blue.
2 blue.
Yep, 2 boost.
I should have rolled the other one. Okay. So my ranks in knowledge. Which knowledge?
Lore.
2.
Okay, so it'll be disoriented for 2 rounds.
And does it hit with damage?
Was it an attack spell?
Yes.
Then yes.
So then that's 8 damage with knockdown.
Alright, 8. Alright. What does your magic look like when you throw your attack spell?
It's gonna be similar to what my holy magic is, but with more of a blue tint. So like a yellow, like a yellow bright light, but with like a bluish tint from the crystals.
Alright. So yeah, as you see, the yellowish light, blue crystals strike the spider. You see it kind of throw it off the nail, and it kind of bounces a couple times. Doesn't have as much damage impact on it. But it is at least no longer on him.
Jen, you have a lap warmer there.
What should I do with my triumph?
What do you
Could
wanna
always
do?
crit.
Sure, I'll crit. Or is it too late?
I don't think you crit with spells unless you have.
Oh,
Oh.
right, because you don't have deadly. Never mind.
Well then can I put like a boost onto the next person then? Or
You could. You can upgrade the difficulty of its next check as well. So you could give it a red die.
I'm gonna give it the NPC a red die then. I like that.
Okay. Otherwise, you can give upgrade an allies to give them a yellow.
The other allies have upgrades from Ula, right?
They just get a boost.
Okay,
But we
well,
also have a lot of yellows to begin with because we've had a lot of XP.
I'm gonna give the NPC a red die.
Okay. All right. So PC.
Go for it, Zeleny.
Fuck him up.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go and attack him, like normal, with my hands and my fists and my feet. So it's the same as before, 1 green, or 1 extra green, 1 purple, and 1 red.
Yeah. No
So
extra.
the augment is expired, but you'd have
A boost.
was it
A
one
blue.
extra boost from Ula?
Yeah.
Okay, so a blue, a red, and a purple? I didn't know
Well,
what the difficulty
It
was.
it was knocked prone though, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, you could either upgrade a green to a yellow or get an extra green from that.
And then it'll be 2 purple.
Yeah, no red, 2 purple.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, because I already had 4 yellows, a blue, and then 2 purple.
Okay, so with the 4 yellow, basically what it'll do is it'll give you a green from it being prone. I gotta double check the rule, so I'm not worried about it right now. I'll do it later. Judgment calls. Alright. Definitely hits.
And the one for the feral strength.
Yeah, looks like 13. Alright.
And for the advantages, I can give what 2 to the next person and 1. One to the next.
You can spend 2 advantage to give 1 boost to the next. Or basically use all 3 and just kind of recover some strain. Or give a boost specifically to 1 person or just the next person and recover 2 strain. But how do you want to kill the spider?
I don't know, is it possible to pull its brain out of one of the eyes?
Sure.
I knew I picked you up for a reason.
So you guys see Zelenia run up there and just start punching. You hear a sickening crunch. Her fist goes in, comes back out with something really gooey, and you can see it's a good portion of its brain. As she was pulling it all here's and it just kind of twitches, nothing. PC.
All right, is the spider grouplings little ones considered minions?
They are.
Okay. Jewel's gonna just use her heroic ability then and drive them off, and just you see like a gust of wind, and she'll just be gone, and they all just scatter.
All right. So yeah, they all go skittering off.
Nice.
Other than the sound of them kind of running off and chittering to each other, it's now quiet. Other than heavy breathing and the occasional drip of blood and gore from the now dead spiders.
Daniel will hop up and just sort of look around and say, everyone good? We need any healing?
I'm mostly good. Got a couple of cuts and stuff, but nothing life threatening.
Alright. Everybody make a simple discipline or cool check.
Is that's nothing, right?
Right. No difficulty, just straight roll. Alright. Danil, you heal up 3 strain.
Back to full.
Jewel, you get 2 back. Key, you get 3. Zeleny, you get 1.
Wait. Okay. So discipline or cool.
Yes. And you get 1.
That's all I needed.
So yeah, after the end of any type of combat or anything like that, you roll discipline or cool to recover strain. Now there are talents that you can gain more from it. Alright, as you guys sit there trying to catch your breath, let's take a quick break. So we will
Sounds good.
be right back.
John, I'll have you know that Duluth has been named one of the climate-proof cities that everyone should move to.
It's a good place to live. I just couldn't resist the.
The jab, I get it.
Wait, climate proof? What does that even mean?
So, like, it's going to have less of an impact from climate change than most other areas of the world.
Oh, you guys had like the hottest summer on record up there, if I remember right too. So
True. We're not going to be insulated from climate change. We're just going to have less of an impact.
Just be like ordinary Midwest up in Duluth while the rest of the world burns.
Yeah, pretty much. At least that's what that article said.
you stick your knees in Lake Superior. Superior will still be cold for a long time, and the rest of you can just be warm.
It is rapidly warming, though. We had multiple algae blooms, so that's not good.
Yeah. All right. So, where do you guys want to go now? Keep going
Can
into
I
the tunnel?
heal Amy before we go?
You can always give it a shot.
Do it.
You get 1.
Well, it's better than none.
I don't like that it's just based on successes instead of like successes plus your base, because then it would be 4.
Oh, well.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right,
Anyway,
so you guys wanna go...
Sunk cost fallacy time. Since we've killed the spiders, surely that means that nothing else bad waits for us down this passageway.
Yeah.
We can absolutely burn away these spider webs now. We're not going. We've already attracted what lives here.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I think we try to keep hacking our way through the webs, or
Yeah, might
I
as
don't know
well
if we still need to do more hacking or if we
cut
got it.
/ melt as we go.
All right.
Yeah. We're in a cave, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Of course it does.
Kill them. Burn the eggs.
No mosquitoes, they're really good.
Or they could be used for potion. Where's Garn? Is he going to take them? Did Garn even come with us down here?
He's hanging out with Jorlak.
Hmm. All of my video game knowledge is screaming at me to smash the egg sacs, though.
I can abide a little bit of ecologic destruction if it's spiders.
Can we do some kind of check for like secret passages / not really a dead end? Not really sure what I'm looking for, but I guess I'm in the same video game mode of like, is it really a dead end or is this just a
See, I'm
trick?
in the video game mode of like, do I want to reach into those like corpses and see if they have any shinies on them?
One starts moving. It's still alive.
Joe gets to pull out the mummy minis then.
After he tests and makes sure everything is right.
The cave here, does it look like natural rock, or does it seem like any of us might have been worked at some point? All right, well, I'm gonna fully admit I've led us astray once again. This is a true dead end. We're not looking for just digging marks. We want to find the actual city center. So I vote for turning around and just going back the west pathway.
That's fine.
I knock.
I speak the word friend in Elvish. Well then, guess we found our mark. I guess we need to locate the well. And while we're here, if we could find like a library or an archive, that'd be perfect. We might be able to learn a little bit more about this situation.
I'm hoping I can find something to fix my axe. Again.
Definitely looks like we're gonna have a lot of ground to cover. Maybe we should split. And I
Split
hate to
up and
say it.
search for clues.
Not when we don't know
Too
what's out there.
dangerous.
All right. Let's do this.
All right.
Let's keep.
I kind of want to hunt the library first,
Same.
or like search like the craft area and see if we can find some tools for Ula to work with as well.
I don't have any paper, but we should try to make some rudimentary map of some sort.
Please. As if I don't have tools to make maps at all times. Have you
Didn't
forgotten
mean
my
to
skill in
insult you,
geography?
Danil.
Danil's
But you
already
also
like,
struggle with map making, just so you can remember.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that Danelle's map making skills are amazing.
Look, it's fine. I am already charting our path. Look at this. Look at this map of what we've already covered. And I'm gonna...
Please.
I think I'll roll to see how well this came out.
Yes, please roll. Because that's what you had to do the last time, and it was a terrible map.
What difficulty should I apply to such a roll?
I couldn't have asked for a better roll. All right. All right. All right. Hear me out. Hear me out. So this is what happens. So this is what happens. Then it was like, I'll have you know I've been mapping our progress this entire time. Look at this. Look at this. And you see just like a squiggle moving up from the bottom of the page. It's like, so we've been moving forward and northward every time. And now we've turned to the west. And it's just like a tiny little blip of a T, but it's in the corner. There's no more room to draw the actual city on this bit. It's just all taken up by like one squiggle going north. It's like, so obviously this right here, that's the rope bridge. You can tell because I made it a dotted line there. I did this little squiggle here because we actually circled around a bit the tunnel, progressing downward for a time. And then while this he's explaining this fucking incomprehensible map, this useless map, he just looks up and sees an archive building like across the street. I want that to be my triumph. Like just unrelated. We're like, oh, here we are. Perfect. Told you I did this.
And then he makes a little note on his map.
He just writes library here, but like it's shoved in the corner. I suppose I'm going to need to start a new map for the city.
He's just looking at you like, she's like trying not to rain on your parade, but at the same time, she's looking at everyone else like, you're seeing this, right?
I don't know what your notes say, but mine says Danil has an amazing map. Also, you probably see the like spot where Ula got lost in the in the snow. That's all in there. Dotted lines around. Little stick figure of Ula.
You're muted again, John.
I figured he left the spot that was in the snow all white because it was in the snow.
Cold Tent is just somewhere on the map, but there's no indication of like how far it is from any point. Why didn't you mark it, Daniel? Oh, I just remember where it was, you know. I knew that when I first wrote it.
And the sad part is you're the only one that has ranks in this.
Daniel has plenty of geographic knowledge and zero ability to communicate that to a single other living being.
He just
Can't draw it.
You go down
I
that
mean-
trail till you get to the big tree, and then you turn left.
I mean, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Not gonna lie, in real life, my map would probably look exactly like that.
Well, did his triumph work? Are we in front of the archive? Well,
Brilliant.
he just kind of like sighs with exasperation and then walks into the library.
Well, back to research.
Is it as big as the library in the other place? I'm assuming it's not like it's huge, but like, because remember that one library was like a gazillion floors. How many? So as far as we know, only stuff has been taken on this floor so far.
Well, let's do a sweep. Even little bits of loose paper may yet contain secrets we can use. And Daniel's, yeah, he's just gonna start searching, going through the floors, seeing if there's anything left on the shelves at all. What's the difficulty of this one?
You mean his, right?
I am cursed. Completely and utterly. Well, but it's at least a reasonably complete map of a city. Good to hold on to regardless. I suppose it can join my map. We can rely on both if need be. And Daniel's just going to try and line up where his map intersects the other map.
Clearly they'll fit together. He's just got to figure out where.
No other odds and ends in the library, just random unrelated stuff. Makes sense. Conveniently dropped journals with their last entry hastily scrawled in. Too good to be true.
We're not in a book.
Or a tomb.
That actually remains to be seen.
True. But yeah, let's go hunt down some tools for Ula, I guess. Keep searching.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I think there are quite many things could be the worst that could happen.
Zeleny fight with her fish, so could Ula, you know.
But I've got mechanics finally, so in theory, we've got this. I can assist anyone with their role, probably.
Yeah, let's try it. Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? Ula falls in the fire, dies. Nah, I might be able to activate my heroic ability.
I was just gonna say you get like 6 rounds of like being able to survive anything, so
I should be able to activate it long enough to get back out.
What skill
Ooh,
would that
good
even
point.
be? I only have 3 green. I don't know if you want me.
I have 2 green, but I can flip a pip.
I've got 2 yellow. Does anyone have like a higher int? Because that's the attribute behind it.
My intellect's 3.
I've got 5 green because I've
So
got
yeah.
5 int. But
So yeah, if we merge my ranks with Jules' raw untapped talent, that'll probably give us our best roll. Yeah.
Daniil and Jewel have that tight bond anyway.
Yes, a tight bond based on the occasional
Your
side remark.
on your mutual love for Ula. And
Yes, let's
helping
say
her
that.
get her axe back to working order.
Since we're both doing this, do you want to make the actual roll itself, Amy? That way it's your fault if things go wrong. And not ours.
Why not? What's the difficulty? I was really hoping for a triumph there so I could have like an amazing axe.
Mithril.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'd like to try again, please. With no threat this time.
Surely we're just gonna take a strain, you know, for a long day in the
I
forge.
mean, it's very taxing. We don't exactly know what we're doing.
I don't mind a little bit of extra time.
There's nothing here.
We've
Yeah,
got the
there's
rations.
literally nothing we're doing right now except this.
We need your axe more than we need to get out of this space.
You're
Sure,
probably
Jewel.
gonna need my axe to get out of this city.
Yeah, Jewel will put a little magic in there. Take a couple strain for that.
Daniel can throw in some magic too. We can all pool our magics.
I'll pull
If
my
that's
magic
allowed.
in there if you want.
Hey, I've got magic too.
Are we allowed to mix 4 different types of magic? We're about to make a fucking axe of destiny right here.
I mean, come on, it'd be amazing.
In a dwarven forge in a lost
Put-
city.
Put me up against the BBEG, and I will end this campaign.
Ends up tasting like when you put a little bit of each of the pop down the line and you taste it, it's like, meh. It's gotta be Ula.
Do we still get to do our like ranks and attributes if Ula is forging it? You know, I'll take responsibility. Daniel's gonna forge it. I've got the ranks. This is fine. That's fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
We blow up your axe and it's actually gone.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to forge an axe. Are we just trying to finish or fix mine, or are we gonna try to forge a whole new one? Because
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. So yeah, what's the worst that can happen?
Let's
We
do
blow up
it.
the
let's
city?
do it.
Should be able to dual axe.
Oh my god, you guys do not want me to dual axe. That would be amazing, though.
I might need to look for a second weapon as well. I'm thinking of picking up a talent when the XP comes in. Look, you're just gonna be 4 from endgame. With both she'll be 4 from endgame with both Mjolnir and the axe. Oh, I love it. I already have a plan. Hang on, let me just...
Yeah, I need a minute to think here.
Do I have to give you like a specific magic effect from that, or just like the flavor of what I'm doing? Perfect. That works better for what I did because I definitely did not have a mechanical effect in mind.
I believe in you.
stylistically, we need to make sure there's some bone involved on the axe.
Naturally.
I'm sure there's bone somewhere around here.
Also, it goes without saying I am flipping a pip for this one.
Oh, of course.
Is there anything else that we can give since we're helping with the magic for like boosts or anything? Or is this all on him?
Could I get a boost from the party members that join?
Okay.
Darn it.
I
Can
mean,
anyone cast augments?
I can augment him.
Yes.
So what would that be? Like augment your, just give you an augment.
Yeah,
for
it just
green
gives
die?
me an extra green die on my next green check, on my next check, so presumably that would work for this too.
You for sure get your green die, and I'm going to upgrade that to a yellow with my triumph.
All right.
I want this to work.
Any last things we can think of before I do the roll? I've currently got 4 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue, 3 red, 2 purple.
I've done what I could do.
Okay. I'm
Hold
anxious now.
on. Let me just double check, see if there's anything I can do here.
You should be able to augment him too, because you have primal, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Can he be augmented twice from
Well,
two
like,
different people?
mine could be for the strength of his arm with forging. Yours could be for the
The heat of the forge.
something.
Trying to think, 'cause I don't think double or I think with augment, I think it goes with for the highest is.
Oh, so she wouldn't be able to like augment something different than me
Right.
at the same time. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, because you're basically pumping magic into him.
Can hmm.
Yeah, it says it may not be affected by more than one augment spell at the same time.
Yeah.
Be really fun if we get some kind of triumph despair combos. I'm like,
Yeah,
already
if
thinking
we
about
make some
this.
sort of mega cursed blade with a triumph despair, that I think would be the ideal outcome. If we get like a triple triumph, triple despair, then it has to become plot relevant then, surely.
Could Ula conjure some sort of like gloves or protection or something like that?
That's kind of what I was looking at.
Because like you could summon a tool with moving parts, a weapon, a creature, an item. So like more like reinforced tongs or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can can I just conjure? I'm not sure exactly what, but like what would best help him to like give it a boost? Would that be like a special like hammer or something?
Yeah, I mean, it could be almost like a better quality tools.
Okay.
And you can call on your ancestors to kind of help guide him, type of thing.
All right. What would be my difficulty? Average?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, it's in the stars. We've
We
gotten
really
2
want this
triumphs
to
building up to
happen.
this. We gotta get something good for that.
So, yeah, I think you should get a boost. And
Don't mind Rain in her sweatshirt and shorts.
Kitty behind you.
There it is. He was following her, but then she went upstairs. For some reason, Sniffer is not a fan of going upstairs. Mackie, all the
Understandable.
time. I figure it's just because he's an old man, hates stairs. Because I'm on board with that.
me too. For my triumph, can I like can he get like an automatic success because my ancestors are guiding his hand?
Sure.
Is there a special... Oh, I just clicked the symbol, right, to add an auto success?
Yes.
Okay, pretty sure I clicked the success and not the triumph. And
Success
I think
is the sun.
yes, the sun without a circle. So I think that's it, right? That's all the dice we can add to this?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, so that is 4 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 purple, and an auto success.
Yep.
Yes!
Holy shit!
We did it!
The gods wished this.
Teamwork makes the dream work,
The
baby.
the ancestors were with all of us.
Indeed, they were.
Oh my fucking
All right.
god.
Ula finds out she has like a dwarf great grandfather unbeknownst. That's who's been guiding all this.
Bagpipes start to play from all around us.
A ghostly dwarf on a war ram rides by.
What ram?
The ghost ram just gives Jorlak a solemn nod.
Jorlax just like says the same back.
So as Danelle begins to forge, as you go through, you begin to heat the metal, draw it out, begin to pound, heat it back up. Through the whole process, you begin to lose yourself in the work. Continuous heating, pound, heat, mold, forge, nonstop. It's almost coming as almost like muscle memory. You've never really forged before, but you just have this feeling that you know what you're doing. You're just letting your body do the motion.
Just so I'm picturing this right, Daniil's in his underwear too, right? Like he's so hot that he's just like he's got to be stripped down to the loincloth, right?
That, and he's got a thick leather apron on. For you, it seems like mere minutes have gone by as you're forging. And as Jewel, Key, even yourself are focusing on this, putting essence into this axe, hours have gone by. To you, it feels like 15, 20 minutes. It's actually about 6 hours of time has gone by from the point when you start to when you kind of snap out of this daze that you've been in. You finish the wrap on the hilt of the axe. What word pops into your mind? Or what pops into Danil's mind as he looks at this newfound axe?
Stars.
Alright. So as you turn, you hold it out for Ula.
Here you are.
Ula takes it, and she really has no words to thank you with, because she can just see how beautiful, how well made. So she just kind of like, she's almost like choked up a little bit. Like you'll see her kind of like wipe a tear away and just be like, thank you.
Of
And then
course.
she'll turn to everybody, and say thank you to everybody because everybody helped.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
What, you're not gonna tell her what we infused it with yet?
Nope.
I feel like we need time to like
Cliffhanger.
flesh it out and let it dramatically come up.
That, and she's going to figure it out on her own.
That's fair.
Well, I for one am very excited to see where this axe goes.
Oh, me too.
Yes, me too. Also, Danil can't make a map, but gosh darn if he can't make an axe.
Right?
Guess I found my new calling. Forget trying to study the future. Guess all I do is make legendary weapons now.
It wasn't Ula's ancestor that was a dwarf, it was Danil's.
You could go like working junk in the trunk, making weapons.
That's how we get our retirement. If things suddenly go poorly for us money wise, we show
We
up
just
to Drunken by Trunk someday and we're like, hey, pretty
We
nice
just-
piece, huh?
craft a whole bunch of magical weapons because I was just thinking like he's gonna go nuts when he sees her new axe.
And she's gonna be like, it ain't for sale.
Alright.
But I'll give you this old one.
That keeps breaking.
Probably will again. It had a threat.
Alright. So, that'll be it for tonight. Hopefully we should be back Monday,
Yeah.
the 8th, to continue on.
Night.